Welcome to the official podcast at contentchampion.com. Join our heroic quest to discover truly epic content. Introducing your host, the content champion himself, Lost James.
Welcome to Content Champion Podcast 2. Now, I'm very lucky today to be talking with Neil Patel, serial entrepreneur, founder of Kissmetrics Analytics, and owner of Crazy Egg conversion rate software. Neil's Quick Sprout blog gets hundreds of thousands of visitors every month and averages 176 comments per blog post. So I thought it would be a great idea to pick his brains on all things to do with content creation. Thanks very much for coming on, Neil.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Could you introduce yourself and your businesses to my listeners, please?
Sure. My name is Neil Patel. I'm a serial entrepreneur. Most of my startups usually focus around the marketing space. I try to create software companies for marketers to make their lives easier. My first software company for marketers was called Crazy Egg. I still own it. And what that does is it helps you understand where people are engaging on your website and where they're not. In essence, how to make your website more usable, right? It'll tell you if they're clicking somewhere that is not linked up, and you can end up making it linked up then. Yeah. The second software company I created, still own it again, is called Kissmetrics. And what Kissmetrics does is it helps you focus on the metrics that are important to your business instead of any metrics. So most people, when they look at analytics, they look at page views, bounce rates, exit rates. But a lot of those things, you can look at them, but you don't know what to do with them, right? And even if your bounce rate goes up or down, your page views go up or down, doesn't mean you're going to make more money. So what we focus on is things like lifetime value of your customer, churn, marketing attribution, your true conversion rates over time. All these data points help you understand how you can make more money from your business. And we actually tell you what to change, so we give you more actionable insights.
Now, okay, Content Champion is all about promoting excellence in online content creation. And I wanted to talk to you today about how to create and promote online content. So you're an accomplished expert in this field, and your own Quick Sprout blog is extremely successful. So using that as an example, how do you go about creating popular blog posts?
The way I go about creating popular blog posts is quite simple. For me, it's just writing what people want, right? So if that means, they want to hear about SEO, and that's what I really love, then I'll write about SEO. And I'll write really detailed information. So it's like I just won't write, a piece of content that says, hey, here's SEO and here's some ways to build links. But I'll actually say, here's some ways to build links. Here's how you can do them. Here's the success rate. Here's, unique ways you can make it more efficient. So I'll actually give the nitty gritty details. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the key with writing great content. And then if you can do that, it usually spreads really well. I just write based on what I think my readers want to hear. Even if my competitors write on something or don't write on something, there's so many blogs out there that there's a good chance my readers don't read all of those blogs.
Now, I guess even the best content is nothing without promotion. So what simple ways can my listeners use to start getting some real targeted visitors to their own blog posts?
Sure. So the best way is figure out where your audience is and go after those traffic sources. So one of the easiest channels is Twitter and Facebook because everyone's on them, right? It's one of the two most popular sites on the web. Figure out where they are. You can start up a Facebook fan page, do some adverts. You can target specific demographics so that way you can target your ideal customer or reader or whatever it may be. Same with Twitter, right? Go out there, find out who's in your same space or interested in reading about it. You can do some searches on Twitter for keywords, and you'll find people who are tweeting about those things. Start following. A lot of them will start following you back, so that way when you start tweeting, they'll start retweeting your stuff or respond to you. And when these guys are tweeting about stuff related to your industry, respond to them, direct message them, engage in the community, right? That helps a lot.
Okay, and in terms of Facebook, do you post excerpts of blog posts already published on your own blog first, or do you put fresh, new, unique content on the Facebook platform as well?
I usually just post stuff on my blog, and I take that content and I promote it through Facebook and Twitter. I don't really push too much unique content on those social sites. Now,
is this social media sort of revolution, is it all it's cracked up to be? Is it really overtaking old-fashioned link building as the best way to drive traffic to your content? Or do they really work hand in hand, link building and social media?
They really work hand in hand, right? More social traffic you get, more people see it, more links you're going to get. More links you get, more traffic you get, more likely one of those people are going to share your site on the social web.
Okay, and do you have any sort of tips for building up Facebook, particularly audiences? Because I know that's quite problematic. Twitter, it's a bit easier, but Facebook's a bit more problematic, perhaps?
Sure, there's a few things you can do. One, people love quotes, so start putting quotes on there. You'll start getting a lot of likes and shares for that. Do image quotes. They're called informational graphics, in which you can take, like, let's say a factoid, right?
Right.
Half a cup of lettuce, and you can say, hey, did you know you can get your daily dose of vitamin A from eating a cup of lettuce, right? Mm-hmm. Things like that, and putting that text on the image, they do quite well as well.
Okay.
The other thing you can do is share stories from your site. You can start buying Facebook adverts from people in your niche, so age range, male or female, based off of keywords and interests. If they're fans of your competitors, you can go after them as well. So I would actually go out there and do all those things with Facebook. You should be able to build quite a nice audience.
Okay. Now, aside from social media and link building, which the latter I'm sure my listeners are more familiar with, what other traffic generation strategies are relatively easy to use for those with time, perhaps not a huge budget?
Yeah, you don't need a huge budget, right? With a few $100, you can go far away on your own. So I would actually say NRelate, Outbrain. There are a few other sources. Okay. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them, but like Outbrain is where you can buy clicks from other popular content sites for literally pennies. Same with NRelate. That one's owned by Ash Jeeves. So those are two really affordable traffic sources. StumbleUpon's another good one. Mm-hmm. But ideally, you should just be building up your traffic organically, right? I would go after SEO and try to rank your site, write really good information, gain links, stuff like that is going to be better off than going the route of just spending a ton of money.
Okay, so obviously, you get massive amounts of traffic to your blog, so you know exactly what you're talking about. SEO is still where it's at, really.
Definitely.
Now, often overlooked by content creators is the conversion rate of their on-page content. And obviously with Kissmetrics and Crazy Egg, you lead the market in measuring these types of visitor interactions. How can the whole subject be simplified for site owners who might find the whole area confusing?
Yeah, the best way to look at it is how many visitors do you have, and out of those unique visitors or people, how many of them are converting, right? Mm-hmm. Then what you have to end up doing is, if you really want to boost your conversion rate, once you have understanding of where you're at, survey your audience. Find out why they're not converting. So let's say if you have a checkout page and people aren't buying, you can put questions on the checkout page like after 10 or 20 seconds through programs like Qualaroo. Mm-hmm. And it says, hey, if they're inactive after this many seconds, show them a survey. And the survey pop-up would be like, what else would you like to see on this page? Mm-hmm. Why aren't you buying? You can ask them these questions, get feedback, and then take those objections, answer them with your design and your copy, and then run an A/B test. Right. That's the whole process that you should be using. But the whole thing about conversion optimization, the real trick behind it, it's not really a secret or anything like that, is don't just go out there and make changes. Find out first why people aren't converting, and you can only do that by looking at your analytics and surveying your customers.
We've touched upon SEO, and obviously Google is the largest search engine. So is it important to play the game with Google and use all their products when promoting your online content, or is it advisable to sort of avoid putting all your eggs in one basket with traffic generation strategies?
I would actually say you don't put all your eggs in one basket. When you're first starting off, it's okay to, but after a while, you want to make sure you diversify. And the reason being is there's nothing wrong with putting your eggs in the Google basket. Google's a great traffic source, but there's a lot of traffic sources out there that can drive a ton of traffic. YouTube, right? Mm-hmm. YouTube's a great paid advertising channel for us. You just need to test out everything.
Is there anything you'd specifically warn against doing when starting to create content and promoting your own work?
Don't write crap. That's what you should avoid, because that's what a lot of people do, and they think crap's going to do well. It never really does.
Okay, so we've got Corbett Barr, write epic shit, and we've got Neil Patel, don't write crap.
There you go.
Okay. Now, look, it's rare to talk to someone like yourself with your profile and your blue chip client list. So I wanted to ask you how you see the future of content creation and promotion panning out over the next few years.
Sure. I don't see it changing too much other than I think social media is going to be harder to game. People right now are, buying tweets and likes and stuff like that. I think they're going to be devalued over time. The social sites like Facebook and Twitter are going to develop stronger algorithms, just like you see from Google. And it's going to be harder to get traffic from these sites as too many people are trying to leverage them and abuse them, right? So it's just going to be much more neutralized like how Google is right now.
Okay, then. Finally, I recently signed up to your Quick Sprout Pro traffic system. The content is excellent. So where can people find out about this and what can they expect when they join up?
Sure. It's just at quicksprout.com/pro, Pro. And it's, what I'm doing. And funny enough, I'm actually releasing a new system in a few more months. You'll get it for free, of course, because you already bought the original.
Excellent.
And what my goal is I'm just trying to create really valuable content. And over the last few months, I think I've spent over $50,000 creating really crazy content, like from design and stuff like that. Okay. And all I'm just trying to do is just recoup my costs. I want to educate for free, but I don't want to be in it for hundreds of thousands of dollars and lose money. The new traffic system will include advanced guide to content marketing, advanced guide to link building, and advanced guide to SEO.
I look forward to that. Just one final PS question, if you like. What single advanced traffic generation strategy that's working now would you be prepared to share with my audience, please?
Sure. I would say a single advanced tactic that's working now is Scrapebox. And what that program does is you can say, let's say if you're in education, you can find out all the people that link to educational-based sites. It can grab their name and email. And then you can start blasting them off thousands, like 50,000, 100,000 emails at once, letting them know about detailed content that you wrote, and there's a good chance people will link back, at least 1%. That's how a lot of people are building links these days.
Oh, okay. Well, that's an insider secret there. Look, thank you, Neil. I know you're busy. I really appreciate your time.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
There you are, folks. I hope you enjoyed the Content Champion podcast number 2. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, the BlackBerry Network, and also on my website at contentchampion.com. Thanks for listening.